So one of the most common questions I get as a real estate agent is, when should I sell my home? Like, what's the best time of the year to sell your home? And the reality is that the best time to sell your home is when you need to move. But if you are bound and determined to time the market, then this is what I would say to you about that. When the supply is the least, when there's the least amount of competition, that's the best time to sell your home, because the people who need to move because they're buying a house, you have less competition. So that makes it the right time. Now, what does that mean really in the real estate cycles of the year? Usually early spring is what would be considered when there's the least amount of houses on the market, right before there's a surge of new houses coming on the market, but there's pretty good demand. Here are the 3 things that I think you really need to know about how to hit the market at the right time. Number 1, plan early. We talk to people who are like, I'm 6 months out, and we're like, that's great. That's the right time to have a conversation. For sure, you want to be talking to a real estate agent that you trust 3 months before you want to be selling your home. So keeping that in mind, you want to plan early. So really, if you're thinking, hey, I want to sell my home in 2025 at the best time, which is early spring, you need to be talking to us now about that, having your pre-listing appointment, letting us jump and start our work, because we do a lot of work ahead of time, helping you get the home ready, helping you get it staged, all of that. So number 1, plan early. Number 2, you need to budget your time. And when I say time, I mean your time on the market, because a lot of people still think it's like the pandemic market where things are going to sell in a week. And while there are cases where that does in fact happen, it's not as common. And you probably need to expect 60 days before your home is closed on the market. And it could be as much as 120 days. So you want to get a plan in place to make sure that when you need the home sold, you will have the money in your pocket to buy your next home or to do whatever it is that you want to do with that money from the sale of your home. And number 3, beat the competition to the market. People are always like, is it better to list late or better to list early? And I always say, err on the side of early. You can always have a delayed close. You can always make it work on the back end. You can never take back the time that you've lost. So you want to hit the market before your competition, because as soon as there's competition on the market, your ability to get the best deal diminishes if the demand doesn't dramatically change. And we expect demand to stay the same this year. So if you want to sell in early spring, now is the time to reach out to us. We would love to have a meeting with you, talk about what are the repairs that need to get done on your home, because that goes into the time and your budget, what makes sense, and what's the right game plan to get you where you need to go next. So if that's what you want to do, definitely reach out to us and we would love to help you. Thanks.